special guest who's here to talk to us about Anime Tyler. It is the second year of this convention, and this 2-day convention is going to feature guest appearances from voice actors, panels, gaming tournaments, merch, and of course, plenty of cosplay. So joining us now for this interview is the showrunner himself, Mr. Seth Jones. So Seth, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you, Leo?
I'm doing pretty good. This is really exciting because I've been to maybe one or two of these conventions in my entire life, but
Yeah.
they're always a lot of fun to go to. And there's so many gaming and anime and sci-fi conventions
Oh, yeah.
across Texas, and even to say across the country. So why start another?
Well, we felt like it was important to us to bring a convention that focuses more on family-friendly vibes and community. We saw an opportunity here in Tyler, hadn't seen much out here, and so one of my backers actually works out here and wanted to bring more to this community. So we put our resources together, and that's what we decided this was a great spot to do it.
And tell me, what exactly makes Anime Tyler unique? I know that you sort of touched upon this
Sure.
in your opening statement about this being a more family-friendly event. So talk about that.
Yeah, so with this one, I have a team, an amazing team that goes back doing a lot of conventions, mostly in the DFW area. So we have a lot of experience, and with that, we want to bring that to Tyler and make an amazing experience for you guys. Basically, we know what works, and we want to bring that here. A lot of my staff too, have not necessarily been in leadership roles, so they're in these leadership roles, so they get to execute on their ideas they might not have had the opportunity to prior. And so this is kind of an awesome way for me to, one, get my team and have their ideas showcase for their first time, but also I personally just have a passion for events, and I love helping create spaces for people to come together of shared likeness and fandoms to celebrate that.
Yeah, of course. Always really cool to have a place for us nerds to go hang out. So this is, as our lower third says, it is the second year of this convention. You already talked to us about what inspired you to start
Yeah.
this convention, but tell us more about what went into getting this off the ground in the first place.
A lot of planning, a lot of the logisticals of it. It honestly, just talking with friends, we kind of just had the idea that there's not much out in this area. How cool would it be to have an event out there? And it kind of just took off from there. We slowly figured out kind of, hey, what's our theme going to be? And then that shot us over, oh, cool, we can have these cool guests. And honestly, it was just an opportunity to work with certain people that we might not have gotten to at other events. And so that was kind of the passion project, was getting to work with people that I don't normally get to, but also being able to create something for my first time. This is my very first show as the showrunner. Typically, I'm guest relations with other events. So this was just kind of a dream project for all of us to come together and put our stamp on the world.
Yeah, you keep using the word showrunner, and I don't think
Yeah.
I'm familiar with what exactly a showrunner does when it comes to putting on these conventions. So could you explain a little bit what your role
Yeah.
is?
Sure. Well, help kind of a promoter aspect, right? So
Gotcha.
I'm building the team. I'm making sure our marketing's followed up on, approving the finalized list of what talent we're going to look after. And for the most part, I'm kind of the conductor, if you will, right? I will say there's no particular rhyme or reason why we say showrunner, promotion, or whatever. We just kind of use the keywords, to be honest. But a lot of it is I coordinate a lot of the team. And yeah, that's sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Now, tell us, what lessons did you learn from putting on the first edition of Anime Tyler that
Yeah.
went into deciding how you would approach this second year?
Yeah. Man, venue cost is incredible. You kind of you make or break on your venue. If you don't have your dates down, you really can't secure anything. You can't be approaching talent because talent need to know what day to come out, right? Your staff also needs to take time off for this and that. I would say the biggest lesson learning is the logistics of it all, honestly. It's so much more than you realize. Previously I had very narrow scope because I was my department. I knew how to handle my department with guest relations. But now that I've had to expand it to basically account for all the different departments, talking about programming, talking our game room, our main events, vendors, coordinating all of those together and creating a schedule that is one crafted in a way to where there's always something going on that some fan will enjoy, but trying not to make it to where people don't feel like they're missing out by going to this over this. I would say that's one of the biggest challenges.
Now, let's finally get into what attendees can expect this year. I know that these conventions always have just a lot going on, and as you said, you didn't want to make anybody, feel like they're missing out on something, because there's always something to do. Panels and presentations, what can people expect from that?
Well, you can expect all of our talent to have a particular panel just for them. We have Ray Hurd. His panel is going to be called "Have You Heard of Ray Hurd?" So a little pun there. Mostly, so it's Q&A there. We also have these awesome what my focus for our particular programming was to have more interaction. That way people felt a part of the panel. So we have some game show kind of stuff, similar to like in the vein of actually, we have something kind of along the lines of that. College humor sketch.
Gotcha. Okay.
Great series, by the way. If you haven't got to check it out. Other programming, we have gamings, we have tournaments going on all throughout the weekend. We also are working with a card shop that's local, who will be having Pokemon and I don't remember all the different tournaments they're going to have. I know Pokemon was our big focus to have some card tournaments at. I think we're going to have Gundam, One Piece, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. And of course, these conventions wouldn't be, a convention without the special guests. So tell us about some of the people that are going to be in attendance. Some people that we might, maybe we might not recognize their face, but we'll definitely recognize their voice.
Sure. Well, I mentioned previously Ray Hurd. He's a Topo in Dragon Ball Super. We have Spencer Lyles, who is in Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation. We have Danny Chambers, who is in Genshin Impact. She's also in Mushoku Tensei. I love Danny. Danny's amazing talent. I'm so happy to work with her. And then we have Veronica Lux, who was the lead in Shy, superhero anime, which is really cool. And we also then have our guest for our Starlight Social as well.
Oh, yes, and I'm glad that you brought that up. What is the Starlight Social?
So the Starlight Social is kind of a way for us to change the vibe a little bit. Not to necessarily make it more party heavy, but we want to make it a celebration, kind of a fun event, right? We kind of want to give it a social vibe, if you will. So we'll have lighting to kind of set the mood to make it like a social. I keep saying that word, but so the vibe becomes so at night we then have a buffet for people that comes with a ticket price. So we feed you pizza, nachos, ice cream, and it's all available for you guys.
A bunch of junk food. I love the sound of that, honestly. Now let's see. Anything else that I'm missing? I know cosplay's a big part of conventions. It's always really cool to see people, go the extra mile to look the part and act the part of their favorite character. Are there going to be like cosplay contests or awards given out on this, or?
So we don't necessarily do a contest. We want to focus on celebrating everyone because we believe cosplay is for everyone. So what we decided to do was a cosplay showcase.
Okay.
So kind of like a red carpet event, if you will, right? You'll come up on stage. We have a photographer. We'll snap a great photo for you, and then we turn those photos over to the people that way they have options to those, access to those for them to have a high quality photo.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before we go, let's get to all those need-to-know details, stuff like date and time, location, where to go to register, and of course, ticket prices.
Of course. We'll be at the Holiday Inn Conference Center, 18th and 19th of April. Ticket prices are $45 for the weekend, $35 for a day pass. Kids 10 and below have free entry.
All right. And is there anything else that we didn't talk about that you want to mention real quick?
Um, I think if anything, if you are looking to make connections with friends, build new friend groups, just celebrate entirely. Our event is for you.
That's a very good way to end this off. Well, thank you so much, Seth
Thank you,
Jones, the
Leo.
showrunner of Anime Tyler. Once again, I'm going to pull up the details here of that event. It is taking place next Saturday, April 18th. The opening ceremony is at 10 a.m. It's also taking place on Sunday, and those are the ticket prices if you want to take a screenshot if you're watching on a mobile device or a picture if you're watching on TV. Well, thank you once again, Seth Jones. We really appreciate your time, and we look forward to seeing how this year's edition of Anime Tyler goes.
Thanks so much for having me, Leo.